Hey guys, SGT Nickel here, and I just wanted to go over optics very quickly. This is going to be a very short video. Basically, I've got my hunting rifle here, and I've got this scope. You might think that's enough. Well, if I'm using this as binoculars, what I'm doing is pointing this down range. Of course, finger's not on the trigger. But let's say what I'm looking at is I don't know what it is, and I want to find out. And I'm looking down, and oh, it happens to be a person. Well, I just committed a felony. I just basically pointed a loaded gun at a person. So that's why you don't use your optics as binoculars. You use them for hunting, you use them when you take a shot, and when you sight up. But you don't use them as binoculars. So these are your options. This is just a rangefinder. It helps you set up your scope. It's just another form of optics. It's more in the lines of the gun tool. It's not really anything that's going to help you identify what you're shooting at. I just added it in because it's the same. Oops, sorry, it's the same company as Orca, and I didn't really want to do a video on just that. So anyway. Here we are, and it is technically an optic. It's just not for identifying. And then you've got two binoculars. You don't need both. You just need one or the other. These ones happen to float. These ones are waterproof, and these are waterproof as well, but these also float. They're a little bit bigger. These ones are more compact, so you need to decide what you want to go with. But pretty simple. Another option for you can go with these, which I highly recommend, and then this is optional, I should say. You should definitely have these regardless, but you can have this along as an extra tool. These are spotting scopes. They've got two different sizes, two different companies. They're basically the same thing. I like this one a bit better as far as the stand goes and all, but I think this one, generally speaking, I think this one sometimes works better because it's more compact and more small. When I go to the shooting range, however, I do take this one just because it's a little more sturdy, and this one's actually cheaper. So I'd rather damage the cheaper one than the more expensive one. But if I were going hunting or going out in the bush, I definitely go with this one just because it's more compact. You can adjust the tilt just by turning this and then tightening it back up so it locks out. And yeah, it's a pretty good one. This one happens to be from Orca. This one happens to be from Bushmaster. As far as spotting scopes go, as long as they work, I don't think brand really matters. Bushnell's a good brand. I'd stay away from some of the really cheap ones. In fact, I normally would have stayed away from this. It's just that my friend sort of told me about it, and I figured I didn't have a spotting scope at the time, so I'd start out with it, and it's done me well. I can't complain about it. It's actually a pretty decent spotting scope. So I don't know. That's mostly what I can say. Yeah. So when you're going to look down your rifle, when you're hunting or whatever, on the range it doesn't really matter. But this goes for when you're out there in the wilderness or out in nature, and you're carrying your rifle and you see something way the hell down there and you're thinking, shit, I could just look through my scope. It's not a good idea. You should use binoculars or a spotting scope just because it doesn't matter whether the rifle's loaded or not. If someone else happens to be with their binoculars and they happen to see you pointing a rifle at them just because you're looking through there, it's not going to make them feel very comfortable. So thought I'd share that, and I hope this video helps. Yeah, that's really all I can say about that.